I want to take a break from everything that's going on to tell you about a man named Walter Ehlers. Most of you have never heard of Walter Ehlers. Walter Ehlers died on Thursday, and he was 92 years old. He was born on May 7th, 1921, in Junction City, Kansas. In October 1940, as the Daily Caller recounts, he and his brother Roland enlisted in the Army. And Walter would go on to be part of the 18th Infantry, 1st Infantry Division, where he and his unit stormed the beach on the second wave of the D-Day Normandy invasion. His brother Roland was killed in the invasion. Staff Sergeant Ehlers, his heroic actions on the battlefield during June 9th and June 10th, 1944, led to him being awarded the Medal of Honor. I want to tell you what Walter Ehlers did on June 9th and 10th, because at least those of you listening to this program, well, now you'll know who he is. The Medal of Honor citation for conspicuous gallantry and intrepidity at the risk of his life above and beyond the call of duty on 9-10 June 1944, France. Sergeant Ehlers, always acting as the spearhead of the attack, repeatedly led his men against heavily defended enemy strongpoints, exposing himself to deadly hostile fire whenever the situation required heroic and courageous leadership. Without waiting for an order, Sergeant Ehlers, far ahead of his men, led his squad against a strongly defended enemy strongpoint, personally killing 4 of an enemy patrol who attacked him en route. Then, crawling forward under withering machine gun fire, he pounced upon the gun crew and put that out of action. Turning his attention to 2 mortars protected by the crossfire of 2 machine guns, Sergeant Ehlers led his men through the hail of bullets to kill or put to flight the enemy of the mortar section, killing 3 more men himself. After mopping up the mortar positions, he again advanced on a machine gun, his progress effectively covered by his squad. When he was almost on top of the gun, he leaped to his feet, and although greatly outnumbered, he knocked out the position single-handedly. The next day, having advanced deep into enemy territory, the platoon of which Sergeant Ehlers was a member, finding itself in an untenable position as the enemy brought increased mortar, machine gun, and small arm firearms to bear on it, was ordered to withdraw. Sergeant Ehlers, after his squad had covered the withdrawal of the remainder of the platoon, stood up and by continuous fire at the semicircle of enemy placements, diverted the bulk of the hostile fire on himself, thus permitting the members of his own squad to withdraw. At this point, though wounded himself, he carried his wounded automatic rifleman to safety and then returned fearlessly after the shell-swept field to retrieve the automatic rifle which he was unable to carry previously. And having his wound treated, he refused to be evacuated and returned to lead his squad. The intrepid leadership, indomitable courage, fearless aggressiveness displayed by Sergeant Ehlers in the face of overwhelming enemy forces serve as an inspiration to others. This man passed away quietly on Thursday, 92 years old, a true hero who helped defeat the Nazis and help win World War II. I mean, when I read this, it gives me chills what kind of man this was. He was an American, Junction City, Kansas. You know, ladies and gentlemen, we are a great people. We want to do what's right. We're great people, and we have great men and women in uniform, young men and women in uniform, all over the world, facing down one enemy after another, serving in one hellhole after another. And it's important that we remember them. And on this show we do.